Hello, welcome to a very special edition of the Town End podcast interview series. It seems like it's becoming a regular occurrence that we're doing this every week. But today we wanted to highlight some news that Dundalk Football Club put out that in association with Fifes, they announced the Harry Taaffe Mental Health and Wellbeing Programme. It's a very, very special programme that the club, I think, has announced today. And for me, personally, for the work that I do in Heading the Game, I wanted to make sure that we highlight that as a podcast. And I'm delighted to welcome on, and I'm delighted to finally get him on because I've been trying for a long time to get this fella on the Town End podcast. Shane Taaffe. Shane, how's it going, pal? I think we got to unmute you there, Shane. Sorry. There we go. Shane, how's it going?
What's happening, mate? How you keeping? All good?
Not too bad. Not like live streaming something for things to go wrong. But Shane, look, we're delighted to have you on to have a chat about this the announcement that Dundalk made today for the mental health and wellbeing program. So, I suppose, do you want to just kick it off and just tell people that's listening in how it came about?
Well, it all happened, obviously, what you know yourself with the whole Harry situation of dying with suicide. So it all happened kind of roughly within a day or two after it happened. Martin Connolly and a few people came together with an idea of they want to do something to kind of remember him, and this was in the works since really then, just over 2 years at the minute. A lot of things going on in the background that not many people knew about. So it's good to finally get it out there that this is finally going ahead. But it was kind of a blip in the truth, because what happened, obviously, a lot of people left the club before coming back, so it kind of put a bit of a freeze on the things. But no, it's good that it's finally out there, and the programs finally about to come live with it.
Yeah, no, it's I was delighted when I woke up to see it this morning. And I suppose, just from your family standpoint, Shane, how does it feel for you as a family, for not just for the program itself to come about, but to actually be named in memory of Harry?
Mate, honestly, it's great. So there's, like, you know yourself with the connection that we have with the club. Everything that we've gone through in the years, ups and downs. But like, to have something that's in his honor, like, you know better than everybody else as well, that he spent most of his time up there. People used to ask us, "Where's Harry?" And we'd ask him, well, we'd say he's at home. Home being referring to Oriel Park. Like, he spend the majority of his time up there. We'd never really see him unless we come up to see him, or he come back for his dinner and back up again. Like, but it's unbelievable. Like, this year, like, to have something in his honor. It's not even just to have his name in honor. So it's not like with this year, but it's great to see that the club is genuinely getting this, something like this out here, that they're going to do a bit of awareness, a wee bit of program well-being, a bit with mental health. Look, listen, you know yourself that with a lot of people, some people are afraid to talk about it and mention it. So it's good to see that the club coming alive with it. So it is, it's fantastic. So it is that they're doing this year, and like, to make it all that bit nicer, that they're naming it with Harry's honor. And I think obviously not many people know about. Today is actually his anniversary, and my mom's anniversary day. So to come out and today, it's nice. It's a bittersweet moment, like. So it's good for the whole family. Like, it's the boys and with us who they are, and we feel great that it's an honor of him. Like, he'd be very proud looking down at the minute, thinking that all this is an honor of him, and like, if he can help someone through this here, then at least one person, it's all the best. Like, that's the main thing about it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just for anybody that's listening that maybe didn't see the news today or didn't see the article on the club website, the club are going to be running various over the next. They've got a timetable set up where they're going to run various activities through the mental health and wellbeing program. It's going to be supported and coordinated by Derek Pepper, who's actually the mental health officer for Heading the Game for the program that myself and some other Dundalk supporters and supporters of the League of Ireland are heavily involved in. I think everyone at the club is going to do the safe talk training, including the players, which I think that's a massive thing. It doesn't say here, but I assume something like that will be open to supporters at some stage. And I know this week the club is linking up with Sea Change, who's for a national partnership working to change minds about mental health problems in Ireland. So I think the club using being a vessel and and this is one of the big things from a head in the game perspective, what we want to do with football. And it's great to see Dundalk taking this on, is using their platform, because they have a platform that Dean Arrowsmith or Shane Taaffe or Chris Clark, who's producing in the background tonight, we don't have this platform. So to see clubs willing to do that, and to see our club willing to do that, is fantastic. And again, it's just, for me, I just think it's very special that it is named after Harry, and I couldn't see it named anything else, if I'm being completely honest. But I suppose, Shane, just because I've kind of mentioned heading the game there, does it bring your family a little bit of comfort, with the announcement of today, the Harry Taaffe Mental Health and Wellbeing Programme? We've made we haven't kept it quiet with the fact that heading the game was born the day after Harry passed away, and Harry is very much at the forefront of our thoughts and all the work that we do. Does, coming through such a tragic time for your family, do you get some comfort that Harry's passing has left a legacy, and there's legacy coming behind him, that people maybe that are suffering in a way that Harry was are going to be able to get help, or they're going to see the opportunity to get help nowadays?
100%. Yeah, no, like I think the only kind of positive thing about what happened is that we've got a lot more. There's a lot more backing, not only for the family, but a lot more people, as in what you said, with heading the game coming on after the first few days of his passing. So that was great. So I know you have this as well, and like between, like, obviously with the boys coming out with this morning, it's gonna be massive. Hopefully that you see more clubs getting involved in something like this here. But like from what we've seen with heading the game, like from the get go, it just got bigger and bigger each time. Each week it's getting bigger, and the publicity, like as you can see yourself, you're wearing your jersey there, like that's been jerseys, training tops, the whole lot. Like, so it's great. So it is, like I said to you previously, and I keep saying it, like if he can, if he thought this is going to help at least one person or one family to stop them going through what we've gone through and many other families and people have gone through in the past, he'd be delighted. Like that's kind of the main thing, that at least if you see a club, the structure like Dundalk or any other club in Ireland or north or south of the border getting involved in that, it's giving a lot more young people, especially that kind of platform to talk. Um, I think it's one of them things that, like, yourself with men, that they think they can't talk, which is it's look, listen, everybody knows that there, that the stigma, but like, but no, I think that hopefully now when you see a lot more football clubs and players not getting involved, boys and girls in the game, that it's going to make people a lot more aware and openly to talk.
Absolutely, and I think, it's perfect. Like I keep saying it, and I'm going to keep saying it during this conversation. I think Harry's name being associated with this is almost a perfect fit for Harry, because anybody that was around Oriel Park for, Harry's time up there, you would know that Harry would be someone that would go out of his way to help anybody, almost to the detriment of Harry's own health at times. He just wanted to help people, whether it be a support or whether it be an opposition fan as well. I've seen him at times. I always recall, I think it was in 2010 when we played Shamrock Rovers and they were trying to run on the pitch, and I think there might have been like a young child or whatever that was almost getting caught in the middle of it, and Harry just picked him up just to make sure, that he wasn't going to get caught in anything bad. So for me, again, as I say, I just think Harry's name being associated with this, and it goes back to legacy, and I keep kind of highlighting that. It's like, even in debt, Harry is still having an impact on people's lives. And I think, anyone now that's going to be associated with this program, anyone that takes part in this program, it's not a Dundalk FC program, it's not a Fife program, it's Harry Taft's program, and they're bringing this together in his name. So for me, I think that's just really, really, it's just really, really fitting for your father, isn't it?
Oh mate, it's crazy. Like they're saying there, like he'd help anybody and anyone in any circumstances. There's times that, well, he went out of his way to help people when there was no need of, like, but that was just him being a genuine person, like, that he was there to help no matter what the circumstance was, the situation. He doing that he could to help people, like, and you know as well, like that, like he wouldn't be happy until he got that there done, till he helped as best he could, like he went, like like especially for us, like it's great that we had a father figure, a superhero, like the role model, look up to that there. But when you have other people that he's willing to do that for, like it's unbelievable. Like when you look at it as well, like that like I know he started off as a cameraman, or he's a cameraman, security man, grounds man. But like when you see like a football club putting this in there, as if that like it's not like a chairman, it's not a footballer, it's not like someone that's going to be in the public eye of a football team. That it's just someone like I said, it was a groundsman, that was a security man, that was a cameraman. You know what I mean? So it's great that like someone like him can take this here as the forefront of this program, like to have his name associated with like I know like how big he was around the club and the town and stuff like that there. But like I said, it's great to see that it's not like a player or chairman or ex manager, which it could have easily done, I'm sure. But it's someone who like Harry that's names on it. Like it's crazy when you look back at it. Like I'm actually like even trying to think about it even this morning. I'm lost in what words. Like it's something that like we've never would have thought that we've seen the days like this here. Like, but like I said, it's great that he's still in memory of a lot of people, that they're still thinking about him. That even when I'm not here, that he's that like this program will be able to help a lot of people. So it's great. So it is.
Yeah, I'm sure even, for yourself and your family, it's nice that, not to say that I'm sure every one of you, and having gone through loss of my own, I'm sure you think about Harry every day and nearly every minute of every day. But I'm sure it's nice now when you see this, you're going to be able to see the positive impact, that's happening after Harry's life was cut short. But Shane, I suppose, look, if we kind of move away for a second, from that, you were lucky enough, and when we spoke previously for a different podcast, you spoke of your memories and the positive memories that you had with your father during the times where you were both with Dundalk. Do you want to just share some of them with people, just so they know? Because obviously the both of you are behind the scenes, and sometimes some of our supporters don't see that. So if you want to just kind of share some of those special memories that you got with your father, and that Dundalk helped you to create those.
Yeah, like for example, not many people will get to do what we've done. Like as a duo, we've done Europa League group stages together. I never thought in a million years that we'd ever do that there. And we were forced to do it together for the first time. Dundalk did it, picking up points, league winners' medals, meeting a lot of superstars, big players, like all the memorabilia you have. Like none of that would be possible without him. Like I I would have never got that without him. Like, but it's great. It's great that like we have that kind of stuff. Like, and then like the connections that I got to make through him, and like it's when you're getting bigger and better. Like, so you're like his legacy didn't open doors for himself, but it's opened massive doors for me, along with what we've done in the past. So like that there's one thing that's just been outrageous, that like I never would have thought that would happen. Like, but yeah, like some of the stuff that we've done, I remember sitting recording games with him and stuff like that. There, I could be sitting on the laptop picking up a couple of clips for Stephen Kenny or Vinny or whoever it was, like. And if we see like a goal or something, I'd be grabbing, shaking him, trying to celebrate, and he'd turn around and slap me and stuff. Just trying to professional here, like us in a gang with opposition fans or opposition cameramen and stuff like that there, or being on top of the Rovers fans and celebrating and then fucking getting abused and stuff like that there. Like it's memories that like you're gonna live on. And then yourself then with the Rovers as well in Oriel Park, when he's watering one side of the pitch, like, and the Rovers didn't enjoy that, like some of the stuff was comical, like. And then going away on the European trips and getting lost in certain places because he was looking for a bottle of Coke, like. It's yeah, it's crazy, like. But like the memories that I have, like not even for, like family stuff like that there, but football alone, like I said, memorabilia, league winners medals, cup medals, all that stuff, like wouldn't have been possible without him. Like me, like I was a shite, a child. I, ch- I was very like quiet, like I was very shy, so it wouldn't have been something that like I would have been willing to go up and ask the player for his jersey, or stepping onto a football pitch to like for photos and all that kind of stuff. But like for him, he didn't just help me with all that kind of stuff as well. Like he helped me in becoming a bit more confident myself through the footballers, and I didn't realize this. It was only when the years went on and stuff like that. There, like it's crazy. Like even trying to think about it now, it's speechless, and it's hard to put into words like the stuff that we've done. Like only like I'm lucky enough and I'm fortunate enough to being able to do that with him. Not many, not many people could do what we done, and like I said, we got to do it together as father and son. So like the memories, I could sit here and talk like I talked to you hours before about it, I couldn't even put in the words, and probably we don't have the time to talk about as many memories as that we'd like to talk about. Like,
No, it's amazing to hear you talk about those moments. There's two things that I think you're lying about, Shane. Number one, though, is you said you're a shy fella. I don't remember Shane Taaffe ever been shy at all. And number two,
always was, yeah.
you said all these superstars probably were wondering what this fella is. I bet you all these superstars walking away going, "I just met Harry Taaffe," you know. So, because if they didn't know him
Oh,
whenever he
yeah,
introduced himself, they definitely knew him when they walked away, you know. So,
no,
it's
look,
just
I'll never forget, just before we continue on there, that we were away on the European trip, and Harry, he didn't leave any stone unturned, and there was a lot of stuff that went on behind the stage, knew about to get information and stuff like that there. So you know the way he was.
yeah.
uh,
If
wish,
there's
wish,
anyone going to get the info, to be Harry.
I wish I could tell some of the stories, but I don't think some competitions we do happy about it.
Yeah, we might jump back on maybe at 9 o'clock. You can tell it after that, but no, this is amazing, Shane, and I think it's worth highlighting too. Obviously part of my history with Dundalk FC included heading the game or not heading the game, sorry, Save Our Club back in 2012, and we're coming up we're in the anniversary year of that now, and your sister Orla was heavily involved in that, and then later on, your father got involved, and that was probably my first real opportunity to get to know Harry and get to see how Harry works, and
Yeah, well,
just
I know.
a story for everyone. I think I might have told it before, but we Harry got 1,000 keys, and he had a competition set up called Pick Your Box, where you put your hand in, you pick a key out, and if you're able to open it, I think you won $1,000. But we actually had no money because all the money was going back into the club at the time. So we said, well, how are we doing it? Because he was only charging €2 a go. And we said, what if someone picks the key? He says, well, they do well to pick it. He had it in his back pocket. He pulled it out. So I'd say he probably still has that key wherever he is today, you know. But it was it was a testament to the man, you know. As I say, I just want to kind of highlight that during one of the darkest seasons for the club, at a time where, everything that could go wrong was going wrong, behind the scenes, Harry jumped on the Save Our Club train and really kind of steamrolled it forward, himself and Maxi. And I don't think those two probably get enough credit for what they done around that time of not just the fundraising work, but rebuilding the kind of PR aspect when they used to have their live videos. And during Stephen Kelly, I'd say Stephen Kelly hated the two of them at the time. You know, they were jumping on the bus, recording stuff and everything, and things you never get access to. But it's great to be able to sit back and tell these stories about Harry and remember him. And this is, again, just going back to what we're talking about, the mental health and well-being program. You know, it's being able to shine a positive light on Harry, and what happened has been tragic, and I'm sure your family is dealing with that every day. But it's great to be able to see something positively in Harry's memory, as I say, and it's something you can look at fondly now, 2 years on.
Yeah, but like you said there, like with the whole family thing there, like we're dealing with this as well. Like, but like I keep saying, I said it to you plenty of times, and I'm saying to other people as well. Like, since Harry's passing, the likes of heading the game campaign, or use your campaign and your fundraising stuff you just do, and then now with this initiative from Dundalk, like it's crazy to see. Like when he passed, we never thought that we would have been considered any of the, kind of this options or involved in like this here. Like, and like we're so grateful for all the support that has come our way from even yourselves, stuff like that. There, like it's unbelievable. So it is. But like I said, yeah, like it's one of them things that it's bittersweet that all the publicity and all the talk about mental health that we've been able to share, and hopefully kind of help other people with. Hopefully that they're able to come up and talk about their own things when this program starts to come in and get the like awareness and know the signs and the triggers and stuff. Be able to talk openly. Derek Pepper, like yourself, he's a great man. So he is like, so anything that he can do to help, he will. Like, so it'd be great. It's going to be great to get this up and finally kickstarted. So will be.
Yeah, it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be very much needed, I think, as well, especially for that part of the country, and as you say, that demographic you said earlier of young men that are afraid to speak out. it's highlighting that fact that they will be able to speak out. But moving on to yourself, Shane, just before we wrap up, you're up the north, still working away with Lauren. How is that going for you?
Yeah, mate, it's great. We got off to a disappointing European campaign, knocked out by St. Joseph's in Gibraltar, but came back in the league form, and we're 3 games unbeaten at the minute, 2 draws and a win, if I'm correct. We Crusaders tomorrow night, won't be an easy game. That airs up in Seaview, so no, looking forward to tomorrow night. It's going to be a good test for us, considering that it's going to be a tough game for us. Like,
Yeah, I think Chris Clark's actually working up at that game, so make sure he brings you a pack of Haribos or something. All right.
you want to do something, I'll make something this from.
I know, yeah, exactly. And the last question I have for you, Shane, we seem to be struggling at the minute in the back line, just with injuries and players getting sent off. So if you have any centre halves up there that are available, hopefully if you can pass them on to Stevie and Martin and the crew up in Oriel, I'm sure Dundalk supporters will appreciate that.
Look, listen, on that note, I think the boys are happy where they are, and Lauren's a massive club up north now, so they are. So the drop down into the League of Ireland, it wouldn't persuade our heads, like. But I think they're happy enough for they all fighting for the league. Obviously, League of Ireland's a great standard, but yourself. We'll see what happens when my commission comes in with the boys. So we'll see what happens. We'll talk finances shortly.
Oh, Martin Colley's going to be texting me, giving out now in a few minutes, or texting you. He might be texting you. But Shane, look at this. This has been brilliant. We really appreciate you coming on. Just a reminder for anyone that's listening. The Harry Taaffe Mental Health and Wellbeing Programme from Dundalk Football Club in association with Fifes was announced today. Details are on the website for what's coming up, and I'm sure over the next few weeks there's going to be details of when and where certain things are happening. But Shane, on behalf of myself and all the lads at the town end, we really appreciate you coming on, brother.
No worries, mate. It's always a pleasure. Just don't make sure it doesn't happen too often.
Chris, if you're producing, can you wrap it up there?